One of the best stand-up comedians rocking right now in New Jersey. Makes noise for my brother, VJ Preziosi.
All right, guys, clap it up for Damien again. Yeah. This is a weird position for me, just like a fucking hour and a half of poetry. Now, you ready for some jokes? It's seriously like we just had great sex and I'm like a stupid conversation about feelings afterwards. What are we? Is this something serious? You guys credit. You guys are incredibly talented poets, but one thing I did notice of you guys react to sad poetry the same way that black people react to fast rap. Just the sadder it gets, the more you're like, this motherfucker is spitting right now. I am feeling incredibly. I wish I could feel some shit. I'm dead inside. Right now I'm feeling angry. I got busted. I got a credit card fraud the other day. 3 of my credit cards, and I'm looking at that fucking framed Metro card in that picture frame, like, how much is on that? I need to get around. I'm fucking broke right now, bro. I was relating to the ADHD stuff, because I got ADHD like a motherfucker. Here's a misconception people have about ADHD. They think it's like you can't pay attention. It's like, no, you can pay attention. You just pay attention to the wrong shit. Yes. There's so many times where I sit down at my desk and I'm like, all right, time to work on some new jokes. My brain clocks in. It's like, now we're thinking about birds now. I don't want to think about birds. There's no punchline here, just a fun bird fact for you. Did you guys know that owls can move their heads but not their eyes? There you go, enjoy your bird fact. That was 3 hours of Google there. Oh, God. Yeah, I guess you guys were all talking about 2020. We'll do a little feeling story. I went through a breakup from a 7-year relationship during the pandemic. Yeah, I guess my ex looked at me in quarantine and went, you know what? Not alone enough. We can make this more alone. I don't think that all that time indoors just made her go crazy, because she got really into like horoscopes and shit, which is one thing, but like she went fucking overboard with it. Here's how I knew. We were talking about the virus one day. I just mentioned that I was surprised that it came to America, and she looked at me and she's like, well, babe, they found it in December, so that means COVID is a Capricorn. So that means it's ambitious and loves to travel. I was like, yeah, so was Epstein. I don't think you just phrased that. But she taught me something. Apparently, according to the horoscope, the month we were born affects our behavior, so I think that's why we didn't work out, because we had different signs. So I was born in June, which is a sunny month, so apparently that means I like to sleep with the nightlight on. Yeah, she was born in May, so she liked to sleep with other men, evidently. Yeah, I thought she was a scam. It turns out she was just a Gemini. Yeah, it turns out they're outgoing and love to try new experiences with their mouths, apparently. Yeah, that was a little rude. Yeah, so I had to deal with that shit for a while, but that's alright. I'm all good now. It's all good now. The guy she cheated on me with went to jail for pedophilia. So it all worked out, guys. Yeah, happy ending for me. Shame about that kid's trauma, though, but you know what? Fuck you, Billy. This is my time. All right, segue to some lighter stuff. You guys see the new Velma show on HBO? Yeah. Oh, is that not the biggest piece of shit ever? If you haven't seen it, they made Velma a lesbian or a bisexual Indian chick, and at first I thought that was just to be more inclusive, but after watching the show, it's just so she can get away with spouting out a bunch of racist stereotypes the whole time. I haven't seen it. Velma is so racist to the point where I'm starting to think that Jinkies sounds like a slur. Like, I could just see a guy being like, man, this town used to be nice before all these fucking Jinkies moved in. Just get stabbed on the subway, like, I just got jinked! So you guys are looking at me like, right now, he thinks he can say the N-word. Jinkies is close enough. No, I don't like it when they're doing like these reboots of shows. Like, they did that show All Grown Up when I was younger. They did a reboot of, they did The Kids Grown Up from Rugrats. I didn't like that shit because it got too fucking real. Because Rugrats is supposed to be like light, fun adventures. Like, watch Tommy and the gang climb the pretend mountain to get the golden screwdriver or some shit. And then all grown up comes out along with like real teenager issues. Like you watched Angelica dabble with makeup, now watch her dabble with self-harm. Turn this off. I don't want to watch this. Next episode, Chucky wants to fuck his hot Asian stepsister. No! I don't like this show at all. Why don't you guys teach you some useful things in this show? Like, I don't know how to apply for jobs? I don't know. They didn't teach that in fucking high school or middle school. I feel like the stuff I dealt with when I was younger didn't prepare me for like now. You know? Like, I watched a lot of romance movies when I was younger. Like, I was really into those, so I grew up thinking all I needed was love. But then, but later on in life, I got stabbed by one of my girlfriends, and then I learned, oh, I actually need health insurance. Shit! Oh, I don't think I can stitch this up with my feelings. This is expensive. Why do they teach us about that shit? My fucking teacher taught me how to be safe for all the sex I'm not having. Hey, taught me sex is a beautiful thing between a man and his students. Whatever, Mr. Johnson, that's not helping me now. I don't want to play tummy sticks. That's fine. I got a little boyish hair right now. I gotta get a fucking haircut. This is getting too long. Because I'm Italian, but when I get hair like this, I kind of look Jewish. I basically look like I'm a Roman Italian, so I look like I look like a Jew and a child molester at the same time. It's not good. And then fucking I get long hair and bitches think I'm cute, and I gotta convince them I'm not by calling them bitches. Usually works. Speaking of bitches, my girlfriend was getting on my nerves the other day. No, she got mad at me because she found out that I keep my dad's urn in my room. And she was like slapping me. She's like, babe, we have sex in that room. I was like, I don't know, sometimes I like to glue googly eyes on it so he can watch, you know? I'm sorry, you have something against spending time with your father? Actually, the other day she thought, this is fucking annoying, she said I was bad at sex. I was like, if I'm so bad at sex, how come I'm always coming first, huh? That's what I thought, yeah. I'm a fucking Olympic athlete with this shit. It's a race to the orgasm. I've been training my whole life for this. I'm an athlete. I'm like the Magic Johnson of sex. Probably should have used him as an example when it comes to sex, actually. That was a bad decision. I met my girlfriend on Hinge. Anyone use Hinge before?
Yeah.
Yeah? So maybe you can answer a fucking question for me, because I have a question for you bitches. Alright, I gotta stop doing this. This is a bad habit at this point. But I noticed, so you haven't used Hinge, you have like these prompts where you can select a question, like, what's your ideal Sunday? And you can like record yourself answering it. And I don't know why, every woman I've listened to, they record it at a really low voice. I don't know why. I played one time and the chick was like,
so my ideal Sunday is spending time inside with my family. Sometimes I like to write in my diary. Every now and then I'll watch a movie.
I was like, are you Anne Frank? Why the fuck are you whispering right now? I played it for my buddy. He was like, I think she sounds hot. I was like, I think she sounds kidnapped. Put your dick away and call the police. I was thinking, anyone else get that Amber Alert last week?
Yeah.
4 o'clock in the morning. What a rude kid. You couldn't fight him off a little bit longer, 4 o'clock? There's a newsflash for the cops, by the way. If I happen to see the only way I'm seeing a missing kid at 4 in the morning is if I'm the kidnapper, right? And if I'm the kidnapper, I'm not alerting the authorities. I'll look at that notification on my phone and be like, I should have not kidnapped a white one. I should have kidnapped a black kid. No one looks for those. Don't be mad at me, be mad at society for that joke. Hey, you all know Gabby Petito, but do you know Lamont, Washington? Probably not, because that's a city in the state of Washington that I just met. But the fact that you kind of tricked yourself into remembering it proves my point. All right, there we go. I'm glad that worked. So here's a fun one. Now, my buddies got mad at me the other day because I didn't want to go to a strip club with them. Yeah. They're like, well, you don't want to go to a strip club with us? What are you, fucking gay? It's like, no, I have a girlfriend. I don't think I'm going to be able to go home covered in glitter and convince her that I got heckled by a fucking pixie. I'm like, not wanting to go to a strip club isn't gay. You know what is pretty gay? Getting boners with the boys. That's pretty fucking gay. This one dude, I love this guy. He was like, yeah, I guess I'll go. I don't have any singles on me, but I got some change in my cup holder. That's not the same thing. Look, it's bad enough that I'm sure a lot of these women feel like they're being treated like objects. I don't think you're doing their self-esteem any favors by treating them like a fucking toll booth, too. I mean, on the turnpike, you poor single mother. That's not helping anybody's case. And the strip clubs just don't do anything for me, because, like, think about a strip club. Like, what? None of it works out for me, because I go there, I lose money, I get an erection by a woman who doesn't want to have sex with me, then I go home, my girlfriend gets mad at me, she feels betrayed, then she starts crying, and that gives me another erection. And she doesn't look like she wants to have sex right now, she looks like she's got her own thing going on, so it's like a lose-lose situation for me is what I'm getting at. You guys don't need to laugh at that joke that hard, that's fine. I've done shows next to karaoke parties. Your silence can't hurt me anymore. That joke may have bombed, but no one was singing Sweet Caroline next to me, so I don't give a shit. Yeah, see Alec Baldwin's going down right now? Oh, yeah, involuntary manslaughter. I kind of feel a little bad for him, though, because it was an accident. There's other celebrities that have accidentally killed people and have been fine, right? Like Caitlyn Jenner, she killed someone when she was Bruce. But no one remembers that now because Caitlyn Jenner's a hero. So the way I'm starting to imagine, like, just Alec Baldwin's walking around his house, like, how am I gonna get people start hating me? And then just Caitlyn Jenner calls him up, like, so I have an idea. Do you have an Alexa? Throw it out, because you're Alexa now, queen. Alright, how much time I got? I blew through all that new shit. 30 seconds, okay, damn, 30 seconds. What can I do in 30 seconds besides piss everybody off? Oh, you know, here's a fun story for you guys real quick. So I used to work in a meat room too when I was younger, and I got hazed by my boss all the time. He would do things like he would put blood on the crotch of my apron to make it look like I got my period. If you laugh, you're a fucking bully. And one time he put a pig's head in my locker, which I was like, dude, did I upset the 5 families? What's with the Godfather shit? But I never said anything to HR or anything because he didn't know this, but I was actually hooking up with his daughter at the time. He had no idea, but one day he came into work and he was pissed off because he found a used condom in her room. And he was just throwing a fit about it, and I was in the corner just laughing it up. And he noticed that, and he was like, yeah, laugh it up, you little shit. Just wait, one day you're gonna have kids of your own, and you're gonna understand my pain. So keep laughing, because you know what they say about karma. What goes around comes around. I was like, all right, damn, that might be true, boss. But for right now, what goes around comes in your daughter, so you should worry about that, asshole. All right, that's it for me, thanks.
Yeah!